trees, yeah, we've got the view. Theme parks calling with that thrill seeker vibe. Vacations planned and our geek hearts thrive. We're the nerd herd, loud and proud. Geeking out, we draw a crowd. From cruises to consoles and everything rad. We live in the dream in our nerdy pad. Lightsabers clash and controllers click. Marvel debates and board game tricks. Disney rides and coasters scream. Living life like a nerdy dream. We're the nerd herd, loud and proud. Geeking out, we draw a crowd. From cruises to consoles and everything rad. We live in the dream in our nerdy pad.
Well, hey there, everybody. Happy Sunday and welcome in to the Nerd Herd. You guys will have to kind of bear with us today, as for those of you that came in and saw the title of today's stream, we're coming to you live for the first time from EV Mux, from Ev Mux. So we are trying to make that transition over from StreamYard here to EV Mux to save some money. There's still a lot of things that we are trying to get used to on this new platform. So just bear with us. But let me go ahead and bring up my two co-hosts here. First, our game-loving buddy who had a pretty big week and has some pretty big things to talk about today. Let's bring up Azkhalon.
Hello, hello, hello. There we go.
There he is. So far, I'm liking the image quality here.
Yeah.
I feel like the image quality is higher. I don't know if it is on the the TV or the phone end of things, but on the studio end, I like how this looks.
Yeah.
All right. And the man who really needs no introduction, but he was very fashionably late tonight because he is wheeling and dealing and doing all kinds of stuff. So we're going to hear all about it, I'm sure. But let's get Jason, Mr. MP3D, up here.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, when I did sound test on here, it wasn't showing me that my sound was going up and down. You know, normally you'll see your sound bar go up and down.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of that.
But it should show you before you enter the studio, like when you enter your name, was it not giving it to you there?
It wasn't, the meter wasn't moving. So, but hey, you can hear me. So they were good.
Yeah,
what about the quality or whatever?
So hopefully everybody in the chat can hear you too. If y'all can't hear Jason, I'm sure y'all will let us know in the chat at some point. But I hope you guys have had a good week. We haven't talked much in our little group chat too much this week outside of our EV Mux talk about making this switch over. And whoa, Jason, did you do that? I bet Jason did that. Anyways, sorry.
What did I do?
We're playing in the background. It's nothing y'all can see.
No, I just hit studio mode. My bad. I thought that was just me, but I guess it's all of us.
It's all of us. So if you hit, there's a button at the top that y'all can't see that's studio mode that would allow us to mess with some stuff in the editor before we put it on live. So
that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
that's something cool. As far as the look of this goes, the look is fairly similar to StreamYard, with just the comments being on the left side of the screen compared to being on the right now. And if you do actually have to hit on the comment tab for them to come up, they're not going to populate normally, but they're all there. I want to say thanks to everybody coming over from Chet at Sea Legs Journeys and the Sea Leg Journeys raid. I actually am kind of surprised that Chet decided to only go a half hour today. But I can also completely understand it. I understand the anxiety and the rush of being on the road, getting home, and immediately having to go live can be a lot. But we appreciate it. And for those of you that haven't seen or heard yet, having a Cheryl moment. Oh, Cam Fam is not live tonight. Cam Fam will not be doing a live tonight. So if as I put it to the guys earlier, if the poop train is running,
Oh gosh.
we'll keep the show going for you guys. So let's see who all has made it in tonight before we get into talking stuff. So first one in, coming in about an hour early, was our good man Mike. Okay, Wolverine Man down there in Plant City. Good afternoon, Mr. Mike. Welcome in. And then second in was Linda.
Linda.
Welcome
Hello.
in, Linda. Then
Oh, the hashtag turd herd starting already.
that's early. Our boy Double A, Aaron Smith, made it in on the Sea Leg Journeys raid. And then Sherman is here. CNS Travels. Whoa, this is very sensitive over here. PK Adventure Travels is here. Ryan is in the house. Welcome in, Ryan. Oh, here's Scott. And Scott is working on something for me. I'm sure he's super busy and hasn't gotten to it yet. So in a little bit, I'll talk about that, what I've got Scott working on for me or for the Nerd Herd as a whole. He's coming over from Sea Leg Journeys. Oh, there is Miss Denise coming in with the turdling hashtag. So we are starting early. Not as early as we started last week, though, because we started pre-show last week. Then Lori is here saying hi to Azkhalon.
Hello. Hey, Lori.
It's cool.
And then everybody's favorite chat member is here as well. G-Dad is in the house. Azkhalon, they put an ad over y'all's intro music every single. That must just be on Mr. Monetized's channel over here.
Sorry, y'all, if you go and watch from my end.
So we go live and boom, advertisement. Josie Ann is here. Hey, Miss Josie Ann. Let's see. Lori. Denise is driving and listening. Did I type in hello, everyone? I don't remember doing that, but okay. Maybe I did. We'll find that. And there's
Ad on the left.
There's Chet coming in with his own raid coming over. Appreciate it, Sensei Chet. Dixie says we can hear Jason, so all is good.
That's
there.
Good.
Double A says sometime we're going to have to play the new Nerd Herd theme song in full. It is, I mean, y'all are hearing the first verse and the chorus in the intro. I just didn't want to have like a 2.5, 3 minute intro. I do have the full song. It does have a whole second verse. So at some point, I'll play that for you guys.
Maybe we could next week go live like 3 minutes earlier, I guess, and just have that playing while people are waiting.
Okay, we got some folks saying that Jason is lagging or a little choppy. He's the one with the best setup too. Oh, I see what's going on. I figured it out. So when Azkhalon, or really Jason or anybody right now, when you type in the chat, it's posting to every channel. So it's posting like I've said it. It's posting like Azkhalon has said it. And I guess, Jason, since you don't have your channel linked up yet.
Well, no, the reason being is I don't know, because you've got every one of your things. You've got Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. When I tried to put my channel, to add my channel, it wouldn't let me.
It wouldn't.
It wouldn't let me save it or anything. I don't know why. We'll play with that later.
Next time, we'll let's make sure you're on before I add Instagram on, because I don't have it. I don't have Facebook. I have it linked to Facebook, but it's not streaming to Facebook right now.
I tried to add my channel on there, and when I went to go save, it wouldn't let me save it. So because I wanted to just jump in here. So
okay, well,
it's all good.
We can figure it out. We'll definitely make sure to figure it out. All right. And boom, here it is. Mike, thank you, Mike.
Oh, wow.
With a big super chat for us.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my goodness.
that is the big news that I've got for you guys tonight. For
That
those
is a huge one.
that haven't seen my premiere or seen a post I made earlier this week, CokerCulture is now partially monetized.
Yeah, woo
So,
woo.
so
Whoop, whoop.
CokerCulture, we can finally get super chats here. So thank you, Mike. Mike gave a super chat in our premiere on Thursday, and first one to do it on the Nerd Herd here. So we can get super chats, which is awesome. Of course, not expected, but definitely greatly appreciated. And I will be putting every bit of it right back into this. Jess has already started talking to me about getting my studio set up. So that is going to be happening. I'm not going to be coming to you guys from the dining room with the accent wall forever. So we will start getting things set up. So in addition to having super chats, that also means that I have memberships. I set 2 levels of memberships, and it took me forever to come up with what the levels were going to be for like the names.
Yeah.
And then what I rolled out, I actually hated. I literally hated it. I just went with it to go at the start. So if y'all didn't see it earlier, what I put out there to start with was my lower tier I called the honor roll, and then my upper tier I called valedictorians.
Oh,
And I
that's funny.
hated it. I hated it though because I wanted it to be true to the channel and fit, for everything. Like I couldn't call it herdlings because the nerd herd's a shared venture. Because I could have been easily going herdlings and turdlings,
Yeah.
but
I think that's what you should do. Yeah, for
no.
sure.
So instead, I've got my 2 levels, and it was told to me by several members of the community that told me that these should be the names, and they wanted them to be the names. So my lower tier is the Webster level, and my upper tier is the potassium level. So
Oh,
we've
I
yeah.
love it. I love
so
it.
we've
'Cause
got
you
Webster and potassium. And prior to the show tonight, I have 4 members, 4 awesome members.
Nice.
Oh,
So far,
wow.
one of them is that guy right there, Azkhalon. So
Was that first?
No, you were not first.
Oh, I was hoping to be
You were
first.
not first. You were actually third.
Wow.
Yeah. But Azkhalon is
Really?
a member. Liz and Chris from Carnival Cruise Addicts are a member. They were our first member.
Oh, beat me.
Mike was the second member. So Mike's quick on everything. So Mike was the second member.
Yeah, I mean,
Then,
Mike's early to live streams and stuff, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't beat
then
that.
Azkhalon, and then Miss Jan from JJ's Adventures. So thank you guys so much. And I see already we've had some new members join, and I'll get to those. So thank you guys. I'm still trying to make my way down here. I flick one button and my chat scrolls. But look, Mike immediately comes in with Turd Herd right after dropping the super chat. So that's how we do things. And then there's this live that starts at 7 Eastern. Now that's us, and we'll see. We'll see. Come on, Zach, get it together. Hey, the cruise nuts are here. Welcome in, nuts.
The
Lori,
nuts.
I was the one that initiated this potassium show. Yep. Randy from Scrow's Nest is here. Welcome in, Randy. Let's see, Aaron or Double A. Neat how the chat peels on. I do like that. I like how there's almost like a PowerPoint presentation level of bringing up the chats, and I like how it shows everybody's logo and name. Hi, turds and turdlings from Lori. Okay, here we go. Scott, what are we saying? Working on something for the nerd herd. Zach told me he was sending me Azkhalon's wallet for this one. All right. So it's not going to come out of Webster's wallet, but Azkhalon. So anyway, what Scott is working on for me, because those of y'all in the community know how good he is at this. I asked Scott to put together some thank you videos for me, since he's so good at those. So I don't currently have any thank you videos for super chats and memberships. So Scott will get those to me, so they're going to be good. So right now, all I can do is say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well,
How
if
did you
I'm
set
paying
your?
for it,
What did you
I
set
need
your
Scott to
levels
make
up?
me one. Because I don't
Zach,
have
what
one
did you set
either.
your levels up?
How did I set them up, or like what
No,
do you mean?
what did you set them up as? Like, what were your levels? $100, $500.
I think I have it set up right now that the Webster level is $2.99 and the potassium level is $4.99.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
my goal is to start putting stuff out once, specifically for members, once the craziness of school has died down.
Okay, that's cool.
That way we can get started with the school year, and then I can focus on that. But I plan on doing members only videos. I plan on doing members only lives. I'm going to put some custom emojis out there, and I want
Those
to
are
do
always fun to do.
custom like badges as well, instead of the little generic circles that they have. I just haven't had time to look into that yet. So we'll get in there. Mandy Smith is here.
Hey,
Our
Mandy.
good friend Mandy, and you're not late, Mandy. I see that comment. You are here. And Mandy,
Mandy.
I don't know if Mandy has noticed yet or not, but tomorrow's video is a restaurant review of a place that Mandy recommended for us to go try.
Awesome.
What is this? Dixie says, make a video of just the song. I can do that. It's not that, I mean, I could just play the song.
I think Zach should dance while it's going.
That's exactly what y'all want to see.
Speaking of Mandy, I'm actually editing finally day 2 of Southern Fried Gaming Expo, and so
Look at
that
you.
just made me remember that I'm probably doing that.
He's been rolling out college football videos left
Yeah,
and right, because I'm sure those are churning out views, bud.
yeah, they are. So I had to keep that train going for a while.
Got it. Miss Lori went to Azkhalon's channel first and watched the intro there for the first time. Did you have to sit through an ad, Miss Lori? Whoa, whoa. Look, Scott. Yes, this is before I said it. Looks like you need a super chat video. Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. Oh, look. Thank you, Dixie. I looped a CokerCulture. We had several folks looping it. So much appreciated. And then she pops in, and Mandy Smith is a member.
Awesome.
So thank you, Mandy. Mandy's got a star now, like Mike. And then look, Mike upgraded his membership. He didn't want to just be in the Webster level. He wanted to join the potassium level. All the cool kids have stars by their name. And then Scott became a member. Thank you, Scott. Oh, and look. Scott putting up a link to the memberships. Scott is being nice tonight. Shermanator became a member. Welcome in, Sherman. Oh, look who's here, guys. Ron is
here.
Oh, there you go.
Welcome in, Ron. Scott is sending out the links. Whoa. Oh. Look, Mandy Smith's calling you out.
It's coming. I was hoping to get it done today and have it out for tomorrow, but that's not going to happen. I've been working on a team builder team in College Football 26, and I've been pretty much working on that all day for this dynasty that I'm going to do. And so
I've seen.
Hopefully, I can get it out for Tuesday. Fingers crossed.
Look good. Look at Mike here. I have premium YouTube membership, so I don't have to watch the ads. That'd be nice. All right. And I'm down at the bottom of the chat. There we go. All right. So I'm not the only one with big news for this week. And of course, that big news, of course, being the memberships and the super chats and stuff. But Azkhalon had some pretty big news this week.
So, I hit 4,000 subscribers this week, so that was pretty awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, so I was really happy about that. My year-end goal is 5,000. It was 10,000. I was dreaming a little too big, I think, with that one. You know, you got to try the hard things. I was trying a difficult thing there, but I changed it to 5,000, and so hit 4,000, and it kept rolling. You know, over the last couple of days. So I've been really grateful for that. So thank you to everybody that's subscribed, that's in here right now. I really appreciate you.
4,000 is awesome. That's
Yeah.
definitely nothing to just shrug off. That's huge. Look,
So
Dixie.
Zach, if I hit share media, does it mess up our screen when I try to share something?
Yes.
Or
So,
without only when I click on it though, correct?
if you click share media, like click studio mode first, and then
Okay.
click it so you can
I
test it
got you.
out. But
I got you.
look at Dixie calling you out. That means Mike ain't paying your paycheck, Azkhalon, because he ain't watching those ads.
Well, no, I still get so yeah, if you watch a video, I get a percentage of the YouTube premium thing or whatever. Yeah. So you still get some money from it. I don't know the difference between, you know, how much you get from ads and how much you get from the YouTube premium. I hadn't looked too far into that, but I do
Yeah.
know you still get some money even if they have YouTube premium.
Yeah, but huge congratulations. And then, Jason, I am assuming there were big things going on in Hometown Co. world this week because we hardly heard from you.
Well, okay, so this week's been crazy for me because I had a bunch of photo shoots that I had to get finished up. So I had a huge volleyball shoot that had to get finished up, and then we have our very first golf tournament tomorrow. So the golf tournament that we're kind of co-sponsoring with my business partner, the one that's going to be at the Frog tomorrow. So, you know, we're doing that tomorrow. So that's at 7. I got to be at the golf course at 7 a.m. to set up like my tent. I've got to get all my cameras because I'm going to actually be kind of, you know, shaking hands and kissing babies, going around and speaking to our sponsors, getting sponsor photos and
Your
all
favorite
that
things
stuff.
to
So we're
do.
gonna, yeah. So we're doing that tomorrow. So I'm excited. Had a lot of prep for that and getting gift bags. So every one of our golfers get a gift bag. We have hometown. We have the Hometown Co. and Hometown Headwear magnets that are actually like big magnets that it's like a business card, but it's made out of leatherette. So I'll have to send some of those out. I got about 120 extras, but everybody got one of those in a gift bag. Everybody got a hat. All the golfers got a hat that we did. So it's been a busy last little bit, but I'm excited. I'm nervous about it, but I'm good. I'm good.
Is it a generic hat or is it a specific to the tournament hat, like an exclusive?
It's an exclusive. Hold on, I'll get it.
Wow. All right. And then we'll have to ask Jason about this because I am not sure what Mike is talking about. Frog hats and torture test. So I'm assuming maybe Jason put something up and I've
I
missed it.
did. So this is hat's green. So that doesn't help, does it?
The hat's green.
The hat is green, so I don't know.
It's an invisible woman hat.
It's a very
That's
special
cool.
hat. Okay, you know what? This hat is special. What's this?
It's see-through. Oh my gosh, that's the greatest thing ever.
That's awesome.
So
Oh man, do you know how much
I
you
gotta
could
do this.
make
Watch.
for real
Watch
if you
this.
could
Hold on,
figure
hold
out how to
on.
make hats like that?
Right?
Hey Meta, take a picture.
Oh, look, he's wearing them
Yeah.
fancy glasses.
Yeah.
Jason's
So, yeah.
got those. Let me talk to my glasses that Chris
Yeah.
Pratt and it's Hemsworth.
So I don't know if you can actually see. It doesn't matter. It's a green hat, but it's the Hardy Golf. It's golf for kids.
Uh-huh. Invisible hats. Who needs cloaks?
I know, right?
Harry
Golf
Potter hat.
for kids. Yeah, it's a Harry Potter hat. Look. Oh wait, hold on.
Now look, got this one little spot right up
It
here.
made my hair disappear. Oh,
I'm bald.
I'm bald.
I'm bald. I actually got my hair
Speaking-
cut today, so I really do look kind of bald.
Speaking of Nate, my wife is not real happy with him right now
Uh-oh.
because he's not responded back to emails that I've sent him about his hats that I made for him. So Sarah's been like, when we watch his videos, she's like, boo. She means it nice though. She's just like,
Funny.
she wants him to be able to get the hat. So
The man is super busy though. I mean, he's
I
out
know.
at Comic-Con right now.
Oh yeah. Oh
But-
yeah.
But I totally get it. We are actually way behind. Jess and I are on a lot of our YouTube folks that we watch together. For me being out of town, really from me being out of town, and then still from her and the girls' trip before that. So like we're way behind on Nate, which isn't too bad because maybe it's 4 or 5 videos because he puts them out just ever so often. We're pretty behind on Adam the Woo, who posts daily, and then we're actually weeks behind on the trackers. So that's all.
Look at that. I'm not doing that.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Baz.
Jason.
Baz
Oh,
doing
sorry.
that.
That was actually
Baz
changing
is
it for
doing
everybody.
that. It wasn't.
Oh,
me.
well, it's not changing it on. It's changing it over here in the editor. As
Oh, okay. It's not changing it in
It's
the.
not changing it in the
okay.
live. We'd have to click that transition button, and then it would
So I
move
tried
it
to
over.
share a
change it.
picture to
Okay.
y'all, but
Yeah, I'm
I
getting
did the
used to
share
this.
media. I did share media. I grabbed the photo I was going to send y'all, and then I hit open, but it's not showing it anywhere for me to be able to share it. Is it
Can you-
somewhere?
So it's not down. Like you've hit the share media button, and it's not.
Well, it's. I did share media.
Uh huh.
I clicked on it, and it says open, but I bet you. Let me see something here. It's not. Let me turn it off studio mode and see if it'll do it this way. I was trying to share.
It's fine if it comes up,
Yeah, it's not popping up.
and it's not coming up anywhere.
I don't see it anywhere. Are y'all seeing it?
Could you share your screen and open it up that way?
Maybe. Let me see.
Let's see. Barry popped in to say, hey, Barry.
Hello.
Thanks for
hello.
popping in and hitting that like. We appreciate it. Then Mandy, the place I'm most excited for you to try is NFA Burger. We want to get over there. Yeah, Jess loves smash burgers. That it's just a drive. That's the thing. It's just quite a drive for us. So we've got to find a good time for us to get over there and do it. But we want to do it for sure. Video quality looks great for Azkhalon. Okay for Zach, and Jason looks like he's using a potato. Well, it's funny.
I look like I'm using a potato because of my bald head, or my quality looks bad.
No, it was not G-Dad. Jess is thinking that's a G-Dad comment. So Mike
pretty
is in
good.
G-Dad territory.
G-Dad's been quiet. I haven't seen anything.
G-Dad
from-
just said G-Dad here and then hadn't said anything.
Yeah.
Right? It's eerie. It's spooky. He might be preparing one. So I will say this, and I talked to Azkhalon about it beforehand. So down at the bottom of our screen in the studio, we can see pictures of ourselves, and it actually shows us like our Wi-Fi signal strength. And Azkhalon's is fantastic. It's full bars. Mine is only 2 bars, so it's not that great. And then Jason's is just the tiniest little bar at the bottom.
So
So
see that. Where's that?
with our faces at the very bottom.
Yeah, it's
the
on
little
the.
boxes.
You can see the signal on the right side in blue.
I don't see.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
loving
right.
this AT&T fiber. Like switching
I
from
bet you
WoW
are.
to that, it was, man, I was so happy when they came.
Look, Scott, if only Jason's and Azkhalon's were perfect and I was the potato. Potato land. Like 5 people will get that reference.
Yeah, Dixie was laughing at me about the AT&T fiber switch
We
because,
just
like, I
switched.
pretty much ran down the guy when he was going around the neighborhood.
Yeah, y'all told me that, and I said, good for Azkhalon for talking to somebody.
Yeah, because I hated WoW so much, and we had it for so long, and that was the only internet provider we could have. And so when AT&T and fiber finally came, I was like, got to get on it. I think we were the first ones set up on our street.
Because guess what? Because you did a hard thing.
Yep, I did.
You went and spoke to the guy. Oh gosh, he did. He was like, "Hey man, I want to talk to you." He pulled a Jason. Did you just play that?
That is so frustrating. Who
Yeah, I
what?
heard a
Me?
little,
No, I
little
haven't done.
chime.
Hey, we do all have. Look what we can do.
What is that? Is that under music?
It is under music. We have
Okay.
sound
Yeah, I
effects
see that.
under music. So now Jason's not the only cool one.
Hey,
Oh wow, that is very long. Sorry, y'all. I had to play around with that one.
Paul is here. Welcome in, Paul. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at Mike. Cajun Gal and Azkhalon are married. So yeah, they are related.
Yeah, that's my wifey. My wifey Pooh.
So she's always in here. Jess is not in the chat. Jess will just tonight she is upstairs. She's not on the couch. She's actually this has been a work weekend in the Coker household. We have done a lot of stuff this weekend in and out of the house. So
Awesome.
we're going to be tired from the weekend.
So is Jess ready for some more live streams? Did she just walk down the steps? I thought I saw somebody.
She just turned and looked at me and she said,
Hey, Jess. No. Oh, you did such a good job. I enjoyed it, Jess. I hate that I missed it live, though.
She said thanks. She is getting a little more comfortable. That doesn't mean she wants to do it by any means, but the live didn't kill her. And we actually, I will say this, and this was pretty cool. It wasn't broadcast or anything, but we actually went live but we got on StreamYard with the Cam Fam last week because we had some cruise related questions, some family cruise related questions that we knew that they'd be able to help us with. So the four of us sat down and talked for about 25-30 minutes. So that was really, really cool. And I'm glad we did since they're not going live and I don't get my Cam Fam time tonight. But I will say, if y'all haven't watched the live that they did this past week with the kids, go watch that. That's good. It's good because Mitch gets that dad look in his eyes several times where he's like, I'm gonna snap. And it's because I was like, I've been there. I know that.
So I haven't seen it yet. So it was there three girls that were?
Yes, it was the three girls and Mitch running things, but it was asking the girls questions. And it was good. It was so good. Because my boys were in the chat asking questions, mainly Ty.
Of course. Yeah.
Of course, but it was fun. And we have this plan. We're going to do a kids live. Like it's been in talks of it's going to be the Cam Fam girls and the Coker boys are going to do a live and it's going to be chaotic and a hot mess. Don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to be one of those things that's just off the chest. Jess just said it might need to be pre-recorded.
No, it's got to be live and in the moment.
And
I want to hear what Ty says.
And you three teach children. Yes, we do. Yes, we
There's G-Dad.
G-Dad popping in. Yep, Lord. I was ready to tell Mitch he was in timeout. Mitch was getting angry, specifically with Ainsley, but it's that second child thing because that's Ty, and she was being Ty. And I will say, yes, and here it is. Double A is beating me to it. If you haven't watched the Friday stream, you can find it on Scott's channel, Controversial Cruising. You can find it on the Cam Fam, and you can find it on Cheryl's channel, Cruising is Fun Anytime. They did a Mad Lib story time with Cheryl and Kevlin, the youngest of the Cam Fam girls. And it's a try not to laugh challenge. And it is Jess and I literally said, and this is, and hopefully, if Greg and Chris and Liz are watching, and of course, and Scott, we actually sat there and said this has been funnier than a lot of match games have been. Like we were rolling over here. It was good.
That's funny.
So y'all need to go watch that. It's only an hour. Juice
Only an hour.
Look, Scott, I kept forgetting there was a 4-year-old on the screen. Yeah. That had to be a PG show too, because Kevin was present for the whole thing. But it was very funny.
That's awesome.
So, I gotta say this, Jason. I'm sure you've been too busy. You have not seen Fantastic Four.
I was actually about to bring that up.
Joshua went and watched it yesterday, and he told me it was fantastic.
Who did?
Joshua.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you still not seen Superman either?
No.
Okay, so I will stay away from spoilers.
Yeah.
But there's one thing after seeing that, we've seen the 3 biggest superhero movies of this calendar year now.
Okay.
And having
Thunderbolts. I forgot
yeah,
about Thunderbolts.
having sat on Fantastic Four for a day now, and again, I'm getting it back to psychology, and I'm getting it back to purpose and what's your why. I don't know if there has been a better 3-picture stretch of superhero movies than what we just had. And of course, Superman's not Marvel, but if I were to boil things down into one sentence for each of them, Thunderbolts, you're not alone. Like, you're not alone.
Like
Yeah. I see that.
Superman, kindness is punk rock. It's cool to be kind. Kindness is awesome. Fantastic Four. It basically it rivals another double F movie, Fast and Furious. Family is important. Family. Are you kidding me? 3 superhero movies, and we are in an incredible. Whether you thought Fantastic Four lived up to the hype or not, the messages coming out of these movies are so good.
Yeah.
They're not, everybody wants to cry on Superman is woke, and no, who cares?
Right.
Take politics out of it. These are good messages for any kid to walk away from. This is what comic book movies should be. Like, we are in, and I say that, and we're about to get Peacemaker season 2, and we're not going to get a positive thing out of that. It's going to be hysterical. But this is what we need. I'm thrilled with. I will say, Chad said something earlier today that made me want to give him like a throat chop. Because he wasn't there. We were talking about the movie on the way home, and he said, my gripe about Fantastic Four is that they weren't true to the comics of Galactus's uniform outfit. And I held my tongue, but I just stared at that boy, and I'm like, you didn't have to sit through the movie where they made him a freaking cloud.
Right.
We got Galactus in live action, and he was freaking huge. It was, that was so well done.
Yeah, I don't know the comics too well, but I thought he was pretty comic book accurate. Wasn't
So I don't know where he's getting that from. I will also say this about Fantastic Four. They did something in Fantastic Four that I feel like they tried hard to do in the Marvels, and it failed. And here they made no big deal about it whatsoever, and I think it came off even better. This movie had 2 of the coolest female superhero moments ever in a span of like 5 minutes. You know, they made
Oh,
they
okay.
made
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
they
without
made a
spoiling it.
mom look incredible. You know, and that's huge. I'm sure Jess walked away thinking, "Yes, mom." And then Silver Surfer, man, yes. But
Well, and I know a lot of people were upset about Silver Surfer not being the original one and being because I think the character originally in the comics, the girl, the female character, she was just his like lover, I think, or whatever in the story. I don't know if she was ever Silver Surfer in the comics, but yeah, I thought they did a really good job with the Silver Surfer character.
I will say I liked it. There were some scenes in that movie that would not have been as powerful or worked as well if they used the male Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
They only had the impact they did because she was female, and
Yeah.
I love the actress.
Well, and I think
I
that's why
love
they
it's gonna
changed
be
it to the female character. I've read some stuff where I think either one of the producers or the directors mentioned something about that. But I mean, I enjoyed it. There were a couple of scenes for me that I mean, I like the message behind it, but there were a couple of times where I was a little bored. I felt like the dialogue, they were trying to be funny at times and it was not quite hitting the mark. Cause like I expect, you know, with Johnny and Thing, you know, the banter between the two of them, I expect that to be, you know, hilarious. And there were a couple of moments, but for the most part, I didn't get that. But outside of that, though, I really enjoyed it. The visuals were awesome, y'all.
Oh gosh, I
Like,
didn't realize how much of this movie would be in space.
yeah,
But
like, and
man,
the space scenes were amazing. Galactus, amazing.
mhm.
Like, yeah, you got to see this in theaters and try to see it in, you know, some form of IMAX. We have a Mega D, I think, here, but
This is a fantastic question.
okay, which one would you recommend first?
So, and we might all have a different opinion. It's really what kind of movie are you wanting to see? Because I
Yeah.
feel like Jurassic World is an element of its own, and it's hard to compare to the other two that are superhero movies. But if I had to pick, see Superman first.
I was gonna say Superman as well.
See
And
Superman first.
I was gonna say Jurassic World if you want like some nostalgia because they kind of pull in some stuff from the original movie. And I realized that I think the guy that wrote the script for the new Jurassic World, he also was a part of the original Jurassic
Really?
Park movie. So there's several throwbacks, but yeah, I would definitely recommend Superman first.
Gee, Dad, we made it 44 minutes. 44 minutes.
Oh, I checked G Dad, by the way. We don't have a fart sound.
We do not have a fart sound. There you go. Scott, did you say what's your why or what's your high? Yeah, I know, Scott. You only understand the second of those. I do have something funny to talk about when it comes to that, though. Oh, hold on.
I'm so frustrated. I've not seen any of these three, but I have asked my family to go to all of these, and everybody's been too busy to go. So I'm gonna have to pull out like back in the day before, like in college and even before college. I used to go to the movies by myself. I
Yeah.
would go
Ain't
and sit.
nothing wrong with it.
Listen, I'm gonna start doing that, and it's gonna frustrate people because my wife will be like, "What?" But I'm like, I'm just gonna go and I'll get me popcorn and I'll just sit and watch because I don't care to go to a movie by myself
Well,
at all.
when I went and the stupid Pete Davidson movie, I went and saw last week. That was me by myself. So
Oh,
Jason, just whenever you're wanting to go see a movie, reach out.
oh,
I'm
you
right
know
down
what?
here.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
what I'm gonna
y'all
do.
look pretty close, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it makes zero sense why Jason and me and Jess and Jason and Sarah don't go out to eat more often. Makes
Yes, we got to
zero
make that
sense.
happen.
We got
Yeah, because we love to go out and eat now.
yeah,
But no, did you see what G Dad said? He said,
oh yeah.
Jason's working
This
on
was before you dropped off, but yeah, are you looking to drop a turd or are you working on your
no,
computer?
no, I was trying to resync one of my router extenders, and I think that's why it's so low. I don't know. It was acting crazy, and so I was trying to reach down and reset it, but I'm just gonna have to do it after the show.
So look, leave it to the English teacher, but you're not wrong whatsoever about that. Especially Pedro Pascal. I expected more
Yeah,
there.
but
I loved Johnny. I love Johnny because for the first time ever, we don't just get womanizer Johnny.
yeah, 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 yeah,
We got smart Johnny, and we've never seen smart Johnny.
yeah.
And Aaron, I have a thought. I have a thought on this, and I can't say it without giving some spoilers away. But
Yeah, yeah.
I don't agree with that theory
Let me
there.
ask you two this question. I do have a question. Do you
Okay, for
hate,
us or for the chat?
well, for everybody, but would you, okay, so maybe I'm on an island, but I did not hate Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. I did not hate that movie.
No,
I didn't
Yeah.
hate it, but a lot of people say it's like the worst one that they've ever seen.
yeah, no.
And I don't know, like I didn't hate the movie. I actually thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
I
there's some
really
really
enjoyed
cool
it.
visuals for the time too in that movie.
It's not a bad movie overall. I know my thought on it. Ryan Reynolds was miscast.
Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds did not make a good Hal Jordan.
yeah. Deadpool, awesome.
Yeah,
Hal Jordan,
he's redeemed himself. He's
Yeah.
perfect as
yeah.
Deadpool. Blake Lively was not good in that either.
No,
I know that they're
now,
husband and wife, and they've got good chemistry on screen together now, but they didn't then. They
yeah.
were not good together.
Mark Strong was Sinestro or whatever.
Sinestro,
What's
yeah.
the best part of the movie?
Well, I mean, to be fair, a lot of the times the villains are the best part of the movies. Like if I'm going back to the original, not the original, but the Fantastic Four of the 2000s,
Yeah,
Julian McMahon
yeah.
as Doom made those movies. He was incredible. You know, rest in peace because he just passed away a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago. But man, him as Doom was incredible.
I did like Chris Evans as Human Torch too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of people passing away, this last week,
this week,
Oh yeah, this week has been crazy.
crazy. Like,
And it
like
just
Hulk Hogan was like my favorite wrestling character. I mean, when we played at the arcade game, like I chose Hulk Hogan, and I like it. What a crazy week! I mean, we lost some pretty big names this week.
so
and
part
it
of my
always gets-
editing.
always in
earlier.
threes.
Oh yeah, it's always in threes. Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yes,
But when I was editing earlier, I came across that clip of you and Ty playing, and so I put a little something in there in the video for the ones that passed away over the past week.
oh yeah, nice,
So Malcolm Jamal Warner was first.
Yes.
crazy.
We lost him on Monday, way too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
he
Ozzy.
drowned. Yes, and didn't he drown?
Yeah, he
Something-
drowned.
Yeah, we lost Ozzy, and then we lost Hulk. And you know, say what you will about Hulk, his legacy is going to be what it is. Wrestling wouldn't be what it is today without Hulk Hogan.
Not at all.
I cannot tell you guys how many text messages I received
Wow.
when we found out Hulk. Like everybody's like, "Did you hear?" It's like, is that all you guys know about me? Is that it's Zach's the wrestling guy? Let me text Zach to make sure he knows that Hulk's dead. It's like, yes, I know, but there were a couple things that I saw that made me die laughing, which is awful, but I gotta say it. The first is the fact that Hulk was the third, and everybody is like, "Look, again, Hogan's the third man," and that goes back to the big heel turn, you know, that he did back when who's the third man? Who's coming to help out? You know, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and
I did, yeah.
Hulk Hogan. It's like, so he was the third man. But then the one that literally, I was in tears when I saw this. Somebody said, Hulk Hogan is 100% going to be cremated because ain't nobody going to bury him. Big wrestling terms of nobody's going to bury Hulk Hogan. It's not going to happen.
Oh yeah,
Welcome.
I had all of
TFT.
the all the thumb wrestler things that they had. You know, the little rubber things. I mean, listen, you couldn't mess with me and Hulk Hogan. I mean, let me tell you something, brother. I mean, I was like, he was my. In the video when we're playing with, like, I was talking to Ty and doing my Hulk Hogan voice, but like,
I left that in my
you know,
video.
we were it was a big deal. Like, when all of my friends would get together and we did wrestling in our backyards,
Yeah.
we would do like a pot of sand and put a broomstick into one and then run ropes around, and we were like, we would have, the American dream, Dusty Rhodes, we would have all these things. And I mean, we would wear these fake wigs and,
Listen
and
me up, Daddy.
let me tell you something, Daddy, Friday night at the Omni Center, but we would, I don't know. Hulk Hogan was such a huge part of like the things that I loved about wrestling. Like he was probably him and like Tommy Wildfire Rich, the Sheik. I've told you all those stories, but wrestling to me was, and
Macho
that's just
Man.
it's so shocking that I don't really watch wrestling now, but because I do love it. I mean, I love it. I think it's entertaining. I don't know, but I watched a little bit of that tribute about Hulk, and it was pretty crazy.
Well, we love it, so we're
Yeah.
all
I know
into
you
it.
do. I know you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I'm not
I'd
big
like
into
to,
wrestling, but I got into it for a little bit as a kid, especially with the Nintendo 64 wrestling games. But Hulk Hogan was one I knew before I got into wrestling. Like, I mean, such a big, iconic
he's
person.
one of those. Everybody knew Hulk Hogan,
Mhm.
regardless if you were a wrestling fan or not,
Yep.
because he was that first star to make it mainstream.
Yep.
Rocky three,
Yeah.
Rocky
Yeah.
three,
Might
Rocky
have been. I think
three.
so. I think so.
Put him on the map in the acting world, and then he took huge risks in the acting world, and some of them were great. Thunder in Paradise was awful, but he did some really good movies. I mean, the man worked with like the likes of Christopher Lloyd, in just comedic. It just so good. I had the Hulk Hogan like Wrestle Buddy. Do y'all remember the little Wrestle Buddy toys?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had
I remember
him, and I
those.
had Warrior, and I probably had Savage too. I loved Macho Man. Loved
You
Macho Man.
all of the major wrestlers that we watched when we were kids, the ones that were like the really big, Ric Flair is probably one of the few that are left that I just really like. Roddy Piper, he passed away. Hulk Hogan, the you
Macho
know,
Man's gone.
Macho Man Randy
Who
Savage, the Road
Road
Warriors.
Warriors?
Oh,
Yeah,
Who
Animal.
who would have thought that Ric Flair would outlive all these
oh
folks?
yeah, yeah. I saw Ric Flair
Woo!
did a tribute.
I mean, I mean,
Nature
To Hulk.
Boy.
I
I
mean,
mean,
you think as
Wow.
hard as that guy lived, he would have been the first
Yeah,
gone. You know
I
what I
thought
mean?
he was gone until I saw that he did a tribute for Hulk
I
Hogan.
made a joke the other day that was like, I'm floored an STD hadn't gotten Flair by now. Like of everybody and everything. Good Lord, Rick. I
Wow.
mean, look, yeah, Dixie, yes. The Rock and Wrestling cartoon.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
That's
You remember
ultimate.
Hulk Hogan's Saturday morning cartoon with
Okay, yeah.
Sergeant
It was
Slaughter and
Rocky
all them?
2.
Rocky
Rocky
two.
Rocky 2,
2.
Thunder
Thunder
Lips. Yeah, yeah,
Lips.
yeah.
Yeah. Three was three. Three was the Russian, wasn't it?
Yeah. No,
Or was three? Or
that's
was
four.
three?
Three was
Mr. T.
Mr. T. Yeah.
Mr. T. Hey,
Yeah.
look, video looking much better, Jason. So
Hey,
I
there we
guess
go.
all you had to do was log off and log back on.
Yeah, I reset that router down there too. I don't know.
Yeah, look, four was the I will crush you.
I must break you.
Um,
What do you say? I must break
I
you.
must break you. Hold on, I need to find this comment Mike left because yeah, he's right. Chuck Mangione also passed away this week. Like
I,
so, and I'm telling you, with famous folks, they always come. Typically it feels like they come in threes that
yeah, yeah.
and it's awful. So let me tell you guys this because this is one of those kismet type things that I love. For those of you out there, some of you know, some of you don't. Jason and I started back at school this week. Every year, our county and our schools come up with some kind of slogan or mantra
Yeah.
for the year to kind of embrace and help see the vision. On top of that, at my school, every year on the first day, one of the local churches always sponsors a breakfast for the staff and comes and gives a lesson, gives a testimony. So we go in for breakfast that first morning, and they pass out, kind of the little slip for you to fill out to go along and follow the sermon and take notes and keep it with you as you need it. What's the sermon about? Purpose. And knowing your purpose and using your purpose.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Anybody and everybody at my school that knows my channel, as this is going on, is like looking dead at me. Like, I'm getting the eyes.
You just got robbed.
Then we get to our staff meeting, and our principal is up there talking about whys and purpose and knowing what. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. Like this had better, like I'm sitting there thinking, God, this had better be my year, because everything is about purpose and the why and everything that we are about and our channel is about. So
Yeah.
all I can sit there and think is everything's coming up Millhouse, like this is Coker's going on here.
Yeah. I've had so many people that have reached out to me because, I always tell people, like, about the trying hard things and just why do you do stuff that you do? And I was like, Zach and my buddy we're all about positive and all about just helping each other out and community, and this whole group of community that we talk to every Sunday and watch each other's videos, which I got to do a better job of posting videos, but I get so busy and I just forget to do things. But I just think it's amazing what we got going on here. And I mean, it does translate into everyday life. And I think I'm hearing it more from people, because I'll hear somebody come up to me and I don't even know that they watch what we do. And somebody will say, I love how you're always trying hard things. And I was like, do you watch our YouTube channel, our podcast, our non-podcast?
Yeah, he was trying not to say.
But it's true. But then also the whole your why and all that stuff. But that's so cool that I mean, they just pretty much robbed you. Did you get a credit for that? I mean, did they tell you?
Like,
no
give you extra
royalties.
PD credit for that or something.
Nothing. Copy and paste. I will say, I don't think I've told you all this. I said it in somebody's live chat, but also on that first day of school, one of my APs comes up to me and, does the usual pleasantry that you would after not seeing somebody for the summer.
Sure.
And she was like, I came home one day and my husband was watching some video about a restaurant. And he called me in and he was like, hey, have you heard of this place? Have you been there? Like, it looks like somewhere that we'd like to go. And she goes, and I looked, and it was you on the screen. And I was like, not only do I know that restaurant, but I work with him.
That's hilarious.
There we go. So my videos are finally making it to people around here. So that's
good.
There's that.
So when did y'all report back last week?
Thursday.
Okay. So when do y'all get kids this week?
Friday.
Okay. So yeah, we report tomorrow. Our school's actually taking us to Top Golf tomorrow from 8 to 11. We're going to be at Top Golf. Yeah, we're going to we got a meeting first, and then we're going to get to play some Top Golf. So
there you go. Cool. Get your swings on there.
I was tempted to skip it though, even though I love Top Golf, because I need to work in my room. But they're giving us a couple of days this week because we got the whole week without kids, and then our kids don't come until Monday of the following week.
Oh, Zach, I don't play the golf. I don't play golf. I mean, I'm tomorrow. I'm watching.
You're gonna do what you do best.
Yes, I mean, I can play golf, but not very well, and so my time is better spent walking around and trying to seal some. I'm gonna hopefully get like a lot of these sponsors, our biggest sponsors. I'm hoping to lock them in on some hat and merch deals.
I need to talk to you about hosting a golf tournament, because I think that might be a cool idea for one of my track fundraisers possibly. So I may talk to you about that, like how y'all set all that up.
I
Yep,
know
we'll
our
get you
football
all your
team.
signage we can do for you too, just so you
Okay.
know. And
Awesome.
I'll give you the
Oh, I
best
need to
rate
talk
I
to you
can.
too because we do a car wash. And I would love some signs for that because we had some handmade signs. I mean, I like the kids making a couple of the posters, but I
Yeah.
would like some actual signage that we can put down on the ground at the entrances and stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely need to get with you about that too.
Oh, absolutely. Looks like there's a lot of people lost some people this week. Zach,
Yeah,
It's
did you see
been
that?
a, it's been a
yeah, I'm
hard
seeing
week
that in the comments.
for some
Yeah.
folks. So we'll definitely be praying for you guys. That is for sure. Um, and
And by the way, I saw Ron in your video, and I was like, you know what? If I let my beard go back gray, I see it.
you would. I mean,
I see it.
it makes 100. I mean, when we're sitting there, and Azkhalon can vouch for this.
Yeah.
Ty goes, "What's Jason doing?"
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not Jason. And then Ty goes, well, who's that guy? And that's where that guy thing with Ron came about. But now, and now he's in there saying it's your boy Raymond.
If,
That's
it's your boy Raymond. He
Tell
said
him to
that
stop
in the video
revealing my
the other
first
day.
name to people.
I know he was playing when y'all were playing.
look, Ron.
I just saw that pop up.
Hey, listen, if I did, okay, I was about to throw that in, but I didn't want to interrupt. If I let my beard go back gray and I grew my hair back, it would be closer.
But y'all look so much alike.
Yeah.
It's kind of uncanny. Hold on, so he just. I'm
Ron's-
waiting for this other thing.
They
that he
talk
just
similarly too.
Really?
Yeah,
What'd you say?
they talk kind of similarly too.
Yeah, I think Ron's accent is a little thicker than Jason's, though.
Yeah.
And that's saying something, Jason. But excuse me. Ron
That
would say,
is saying something.
he doesn't have an accent. Everybody else does.
Everybody else does.
So, look. Here we go, Mike. Am I bringing Jason and Azkhalon with me to the trail for media night? They need to make the road trip.
When is it?
It is Saturday, September 20th is media
Okay.
night.
Yeah, that'll be hard for me to
You know what,
do.
Zach? We go to Universal. We're going to Universal on I think we're leaving for Universal on either Sunday or Monday, but that might not be out of the question for me.
So maybe Jason can join because we're going to drive down that day, the 20th. We're going to drive down that day.
Saturday.
Yep. And we've got the media night that night, and then we get on a cruise the next day. So yeah, I'm sure if
me that
they
information.
give me enough, I can bring you along.
Okay, well, I'll look at it.
Mike's here vouching. So if of all things, I'll just say Mike told me to bring him. He's here. He's
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, it'll be
It's
hard for
my
me to
turn.
make that trip that weekend.
We got to make Azkhalon come to Sir Henry's, though. He
Yeah,
said
I
it a
want
million
to, and
one
I keep
times.
telling Dixie about it. Like that is right up our alley. Like we need to visit there.
Do you get scared easily, though?
Yeah.
No, I
Those
know.
video games you do.
Well, on video games, yes, but not haunted houses and trails and stuff like that. Dixie is the one that's scared most of the time.
So Zach, real
And
quick,
she
I know
scares me.
we've been texting back and forth. For all of you guys that don't know this behind the scenes, we text, and sometimes I go back and forth and I'll answer, and then sometimes I'm like, I don't respond, and it's not because I don't care. It's just I'm, a million places. But like Zach applied for like all of these media things, which I thought was super amazing. Have you heard anything back from anybody? I know you said Halloween Horror Nights was a no-go, but what else have you gotten?
The only reply I've gotten so far was from Six Flags. And they, aside from HHN, and they just asked for my channel information, which I gave to them. But I haven't heard anything since then. So I'm hoping that they're going to take the time and look and see, because I would like to cover Fright Fest. I've been going to Six Flags here forever, and I've never been to Fright Fest once. So I'd love to cover it as a member of the media.
Also, can I say this, Zach? Why is Six Flags so good when you go? Every time I've gone to Six Flags, like it was not a great experience.
I know. I have the same experience too.
Every
Jason.
time you go, it's like it's the best crowds. It seems like it's great people. Every time I've gone, it's been like I've got teenage kids that are just frustrating me to death, and I'm like, why are you cutting line? Go somewhere else. It's like
And the
you
staff
had like
has
the
not been
perfect day.
friendly
It may
for
be
us.
when you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because here's what I'll say. We have been going the same way and kind of the same times for years. And this is just my mentality on when I go to any theme park if I can help it. My theme park days are Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's when we're
Okay.
going to go. We're going to go Tuesdays or we're going to go Thursdays because Friday it's the weekend. Monday it's the beginning of the week and people are wanting to get out of the house in the summer.
Okay.
So I'll go Tuesdays and Thursdays. I just expect the crowds to be lower those days, and they typically are. I will say this year in particular has been a standout difference in staff and the
That's good.
mentality and the customer service of staff. In the last few years, you could see. I mean, they're teenagers.
Yeah.
They
Right.
could have cared
It
less.
used to be a lot better, even the teens, but yeah.
But this year, it's been fantastic. My only gripe has been that the last couple of times um, we've gone, our favorite food place hasn't been open, and
Yeah.
my assumption there is they know on Tuesdays and Thursdays it's going to be lighter crowds. They're probably not going to open everything or have full staff and save some
Yeah.
money. But this year we only have gone 3 times, and I don't know if we'll go more now that school started back because I refuse to go on the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Refuse to go on because
Yeah.
that's when the crowds are crazy and the trouble starts.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and it's rough pushing Chad in the wheelchair and carrying all the stuff and wrangling Ty, which is like herding a cat. So look, Mike has said a few things here. So Mike says, "Let me know when you want to come, and I will get you tickets to get there."
Okay,
As
awesome.
there
Well,
you
we
go,
may have to look into it. I'll try to see. Well, I don't have the same fall break as Dixie because I was thinking fall break might be a good time.
Mike. This is easy. Sir Henry's 10 times over Six Flags. Like that's not even close. Like
Yeah, I've watched every one of your videos for Sir Henry,
Oh
Zach, and
yeah, I love it.
it just looks like a great time. And I love it seems like all the people there, it's almost like a Renaissance festival kind of a thing. They all are really it just seems really well done. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and they're
Like
also
I
friendly and nice.
and
yes,
it is
yes.
a family. Like
Yeah,
it
and
is
I
awesome.
love that they get together and they have the meeting beforehand and
And
stuff
how
and they
long's that
pray and
season,
stuff.
Zach? How long's that or Mike, whoever?
In Central Florida, Halloween season runs longer than anywhere else that I know of. So
Awesome.
Okay.
media night for Sir Henry's, like I said, is the 20th. And I think they start the next weekend. It may be sooner, but I think they
When do
start
they
opening
end the Halloween season?
the first weekend in November. So
Okay.
right after Halloween, that weekend will be the end.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's not as long as HHN because HHN's already going on by Labor Day because you're
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going opening weekend.
But it's still crazy. Look,
Okay.
Jan has made it in. Welcome in.
And
Welcome
so
in,
Sir
Miss
Henry's, they
Jan.
do Halloween, they do a Christmas one. I know they started the barbecue thing and they do a Valentine's Day one, right?
Correct. So they
When is the
now have
Christmas
4
season?
events.
Because I wonder if Dixie and I might can make it to that one
Yeah, I
because
mean,
we
they
have
don't really ever shut down, do they? They kind of
No, I
move
mean
you around in some way.
and the amount of turnover and change that they're able to do to the sets and stuff with the limited amount of time they have is
that's
insane.
really
Like I don't know
awesome.
how they do it. But Christmas, it's typically 2 weekends.
Okay.
That's it. It won't be the full month. It's usually
Okay.
two
That
weekends
makes
that they'll
sense.
do Christmas, and then Valentine's Day. Um, I think it was just one weekend. It was either,
Valentine's, so that's one of the
and
shorter
I think the
ones.
same with the Ghost Town. I think it was just one weekend.
Okay.
Um, but so and it just so happened to fall perfectly for us with our February break and our spring break.
Yeah.
This year, like I'm really looking forward to spooky season, but I'm also really nervous for spooky season as well because I feel like there are so many things that I want to do and I don't know how it's going to happen. Like we're definitely doing media night at Sir Henry's, which is fantastic. But Chad is also going to want to scare act, and he's not going to scare act at media night. So I'm
Yeah.
going to have to find time to go back down there for him to scare act for a weekend. Also, and here's, I'll give y'all some breaking news. We're going to be invited for media to Gatorland's Halloween event,
Awesome.
Gators, Ghosts, and Goblins.
Whoa.
For because I've met a mutual in the spooky community friend there who is a big part in that, and he told me, like, met him when we went to Chad and I went to Gatorland in December, and he said he's going to make sure that we're on that list. So that'll be another weekend. Like, if I'm able to make it down there, like, that's the big thing. It's in September and October. Am I going to be able to make all these trips to
Yeah.
Orlando and back? Because I don't want to take off work, because everybody's off on Friday. Everybody. If anybody's going to take a sick day or a personal day, it's on a Friday.
It's Friday. Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
So I refuse to be that person. So
Or actually, you just feel bad because everyone else always does it, and then when you do it, you feel like a heel.
yeah, and I'm usually the one having to cover people.
Oh,
'Cause
all
I'm
the
first
time. Me
period
too.
planning, so I'm always covering people.
Well, guess what? Your boy here, I'm having to. Well, I don't know if they're gonna, but I'm having to like take tomorrow, and I ask off for this day at the end of the year last year, and they kind of brought me in and said, hey, I don't want you to be mad at us, but you're gonna have to take Monday unpaid. And I was like, well, I've already put thousands into this golf tournament, so I mean,
What's
it's a lot of money. My day, I mean, I'm not whatever. I mean, Zach, if you've been teaching as long as we've been teaching, 25 years with a master's, one day is a lot of money. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's
And so it's going to
crazy.
hit me. But I was like, you know what? That's fine. And then, I was like, I understand, but I got to take it off because I'm one of the main people.
So you can't use a paid I was just asking the same thing. Look, like a personal day, like that's crazy.
Yeah. So I asked off for it at the end of the year last year, because when they told us that golf tournament was going to be the 28th tomorrow, I went ahead and filled out a thing and put it in, and they were
Yeah.
like, hey, unfortunately, the board is like saying that those days are,
critical.
critical days, and I get it.
Not,
And I get
students
it.
are not even there though.
I was the same way. And the only thing that will frustrate me is that I know every time we have a break coming up, someone either takes off a Friday or they take off a Monday. And I'm telling you, I'm going to be that guy. When I find out that they let someone leave to go on a vacation early, I'm 100% going to be the guy that goes to people and is like, hey, look, what's good for me, it better be good for everybody. If I find out y'all have let other people, I will ask to have a meeting, because, and I didn't say this, but I was like, no, it's fine. I can't, I put too much money into this tournament. I'm not going to not show up just because it's a PL day and nobody's here. But I also don't want to put anybody in a bad spot and say, oh, well, they're letting Coach Napier go because of blah, blah, blah. And I get it. But I was like, I'm just going to take that day off. And I told my wife, she goes, don't worry about it. She goes, it just is what it is. You need to be off. But it was a little frustrating, but I also don't want special treatment. You know what I mean? But
Well, you're going to make it up on the back end, because we know you, and you're going to get several sponsorships out of this, and you're going to
Let's
make
hope.
back that one day's worth.
I hope
of
you
money
get
in
all
seconds.
the sponsors for
Yep.
that.
I know,
crap.
right?
That's crazy.
I hope so. I mean, I hope
Like-
so. And I think we will, but it was it's one of those uncomfortable conversations, because my principal and I are really, we're good friends, and he's a good dude, but he's like, hey, I don't want to, listen, I don't want to stir anything up at the very beginning of the year. And if they see me letting you do it, then everybody for the rest of the year are going to be doing it. And I said, well, listen, then what you do is the next time somebody wants off on a critical day, tell them to come talk to me.
and not to mention where your best friend is on the county hierarchy.
And he could have very easily, you know what? And he could have very easily had said, hey, Greg, what do you think? Blah, blah, blah. And it could have happened easily and no problem. But he also thought, well, I'm sure he thought, well, if I let him, everybody's going to think I'm showing
Yeah,
favoritism.
and I can see that.
And I don't want that.
Welcome in, Najuma. We've gone over our hour tonight because
Oh, we have.
Tam
Oh, wow.
Tam is not live. So, and we haven't talked about, you know what? It's been a nerd herd show tonight.
The hashtag no talk about it.
So Mike says it perfectly, and we say this to him all the time, that he's going to make it big and leave us all behind.
No. What I'll do is
he's supposed to bring us with him.
I'm going to drag you with me. I'm going to drag you with me.
We're going to ride those
coattails. Bring us with him because we're gonna, every time we get media stuff, we're going to be dragging him with us. So he's going to drag us. He's going to drag us with him.
You know, I felt bad when y'all were showing your videos, and then I could see myself in the background talking to people, and I thought, I'm sure that's so annoying. But I was like,
it's not annoying. It's funny. Is what
we were impressed. We were like watching you work. Like we were taking notes and stuff.
Because that's how so your mind works. It never stops.
Well, and you do it so naturally too. It's not like you're annoying with it or anything like that. Like you're hassling people or whatever. It comes up naturally in your conversations.
After party.
Oh, Lori.
With all
the turds, all the turdlings. Yep.
Hey, I lost the bar in my Wi-Fi. What's going on here?
Oh no, you've lost 2 bars in your
Wi-Fi.
No. You're almost on my level.
I know. Mine went up to 2 a second ago, and I was like, yes.
Jason's a succubus. He's stealing it from you.
I wish you guys could. I mean, here's the thing. Y'all have seen my setup. You've seen it. But it's like, how in the heck am I on a 1 bar? Like, I just laugh, and I want to like call people and be like, look at my setup that I have, and I'm on 1 bar here. Come on. What's going on?
Mike says, if you ever need a numbers guy, a data analysis,
there you go.
Call up Mr. Mike.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Or when Jason opens the Florida branch of Hometown Co.
Yes.
As this goes nationwide.
I need a distribution center in Florida is what I'll need. Yeah.
And that's right there in Plant City. They got nothing but major warehouses there. So
there you go.
Be perfect.
Hashtag that's really close to, Orlando area too, right?
It's like 45 minutes. Yeah, but
Orlando,
it's
Tampa.
close. It's close enough to the point that I could make that drive every day if I needed to, for whatever reason, from Plant City or Lakeland to Orlando. And mind you, it's I-4, but it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Time's that over? So when you go to that and you do media, what time's that usually over?
I've never done media night, so I don't know how it's going to work because I know it is all media members there. So that night, like, folks will be setting up tripods and things like that to get pictures. And I don't know if there's specific times that we'll have to go into the haunts because we do get to film them. In the past years, it's always been selfie style, but I think this year they're changing that, at least on maybe 1 or 2, that it can be forward facing.
Awesome. I want to see that.
And,
I want to see them.
I'm really excited for this, but the Taste Buzz, the channel, and I think y'all have probably seen me tag them in some stuff on Instagram, and they've done a community closing for me. Met up with them at the Sir Henry's dinner meetup that we had while we were down there. And they have 2 younger girls that are close in age to the boys. And they all hit it off. The kids did that night at the dinner and played hard outside and stuff like that. So we came up with the idea that at media night, at some point, we're going to send the kids through the trail, just the kids, and strap them with GoPros. And so that everybody can see this perspective from nothing but kids. And because if you're not going to watch kids getting scared and screaming and stuff, like, I was like, this is perfect. We have to do this, even if it's just for our own enjoyment. I know other people are going to want to watch, the kids get scared and go through from that perspective, and kind of also see how, so to an extent, family friendly it is compared to other haunts.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to that because I've been wanting to see, what their trails look like, fully,
But
going through.
with it just being media and it not being an actual crowd, I don't see lines being too long. Like when I've gone in years past as just a guest, and we always, because we're making that drive, we buy like their VIP package so that we can wait in the shorter line and do everything we want to do, sometimes more than once. Um, but with the three houses or trails and the hayride, we can have everything done probably in an hour or a little over. And that's
Yeah.
even with taking breaks for Chad in between them, because it's a lot. It is, some of them are long, so he needs to rest his legs between doing them or use the bathroom. But, some folks will hang out all night. Um, with younger kids, we don't hang out all night. We get it done, and we typically go. But let's see what Mike. Here's what Mike says. He would know. Last year too, you can film forward facing. Media night goes until 9:30 or 10. Many hit it early and then trickle out. See, I will say, with it being my first time at media night this year and having the whole crew there, we're probably going to linger, mainly just so I can meet some more media folks. I can try to make more connections and have
Yeah.
a bigger community, because
Yeah.
I've already connected with so many Central Florida YouTubers and vloggers and things like that. I enjoy meeting these awesome people.
Yeah, that's something you're really good at. Like, we always talk about Jason, good at, making these business deals and talking to people, but you're also good in your own way with talking to people. That's something I really got to work
Yeah.
on. I'm bad with talking to people. And I used to be more like that. And
But
as I
you're
gotten older, I don't know,
one
something changed.
one thing that you do really, really well, though, is, and whether it be a voiceover or a regular video or a vlog, I think you're exceptional at feeling like you're talking to anybody. Sometimes I feel like when I'm doing the vlog, I feel like I'm talking to like
Yeah.
one person,
Yeah.
or I'll have a particular person in mind, or some people in our community in mind.
Yeah.
And so I might say a joke or a name that not everybody's gonna relate to or know, but maybe two or three or four people, where like with your college football videos, that's seeing a very, very wide audience. So you're talking to everybody, and you're going to break things down for folks that maybe this is their first time looking into something and they don't know all the right terminology.
Yeah.
And
That's why I really try to do that.
let's see, Mike here. Mike says we would love to have more link. And like, this is another thing that I know on media night I'm going to have to do, because, well, me and Chad
Yeah. I
and
think
Ty,
so too. You do a really good job of that.
we're going to want to see everybody like
Yeah.
out of character. We're obviously going to want to get them in character, but we're going to want to mingle with our people, our friends, and be able to see and talk to them. And Jess will be meeting everybody for the first time, and I hear her chuckling up there, because I don't know what. Oh, she's watching Ty, so she's not chuckling at me. But I don't know if she's thought about it, but she has no way of getting out of going to Sir Henry's, because Ty's going to want to go. He's not going to. He might not want to walk the trail, but he's going to want to be there to see
I
his
know.
friends. So,
I have
so
noticed that about Jess though, as I'm sure you just mentioned it earlier, but we've been noticing that Jess has been warming up a little bit more to the camera. So that's been good.
yeah, she'll act like she hates it, and she does, I'm sure, but she's little bit by little bit. Yeah, she's up. I hear her. Nope, nope. But like, folks have already asked us to do, like, Cam Fam has already come out and said before we go on that joint cruise in November that they'd like to do some collabs, like some sit down things with us and them before the cruise, and then I'm sure during and after. And then the Taste Buzz folks have already reached out to see if when we get off our cruise, if we'll do a live with them or at least
Awesome.
film something with them, because they will have done it a month before and we can all talk about it. See, look, Dixie brings it up again. We have brought this idea up multiple times of letting the ladies fill in for us one week and
Yeah,
have
Dixie's not shy. She'll she'll get on the
Dixie,
camera.
well, Dixie fills up the chat every week, so we know she's here. Jess listens. Who knows where Sarah is? Probably just enjoying her break from Jason.
Yeah. So, hey, let me tell you a funny story. Sarah went to North Carolina. She left Friday night, came back today, but the whole reason she went is one of our friends that we go on all our vacations with, one of my best friends, Jason, his wife, they went up to her grandmother's house to learn how to can green beans. So they spent the whole weekend learning how to can stuff. And
Wow.
so she had the absolute best weekend ever. She brought home like 20 mason jars full of green beans. I hate green beans.
You can bring some here. Me and Jess will eat them. I love green beans.
Hey, Dixie and I eat them too.
Sarah and Joshua love green beans, but I hate them. And so she brought back all these green beans, but like she got home, she drove whatever, 4 hours or whatever. So she got home.
I'll be right back, fellas.
She was ready. She was ready to take a nap, you know.
That's
But
funny.
anyway,
Yeah, if you
Zach,
don't
you
want the
took
green
off.
beans, yeah, you should. Oh, you should take them to school and dish them out to people.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I was asking her like how because my granny, she used to can everything. I mean, obviously growing up, we're country boys, so
Yeah.
everything. I mean, food was like. I mean, my granny would bring stuff out of the wherever she had everything stored. We had canned everything in the world you could think of, and it just was everything was always fresh or canned fresh. So I just always thought that was amazing. But we would snap beans, and of course I love snapping beans, but I just never liked green beans at all. But no, so I've got the golf tournament tomorrow, and then but I've been noticing you've been dropping a lot of videos over the last.
Yeah, that's
On the
about to
last.
change
Oh
with me
yeah.
going back tomorrow. But yeah, I got a few things recorded. I just got to edit, like things from even months ago. But I'm really trying to get out that day 2 of Southern Fried Gaming Expo before I move on to some other stuff that I got to get done. But yeah, with me going back, luckily, since I don't have the kids, I'll probably still be able to get some stuff done this week. But that following week, I'm probably going to be MIA from my channel for a few days as I get used to being back. I realized that I can put stuff up on the screen that people say in the
Yeah,
chats. I like this.
any of us can.
Yeah, I
Again,
realized that.
we're all equals here. Y'all are collaborators. Like I said, like you guys will be able to come in here if y'all are wanting to set up a live. And without us, if you're wanting to do it on a separate night, or you've got something you want to do special and go live, y'all are welcome to it. So that's what I like about this compared to StreamYard
Yeah.
is we're all sharing this equally, and you can just use your regular login that you set up here, and you can access it. And
And I like that
So
it's
we
got
could be. So if
1080p
you
on
had
it.
something the same night, it could be different nights, or we could be
yeah,
at the same night.
I don't know if we could be. Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe.
Oh,
We
okay.
just might have to create a
2 different
separate studio for
studios.
that
Yeah.
within it. Because, like, I created the Nerd Herd studio,
Yeah, yeah,
but we
yeah.
can make a separate studio and then possibly.
I might
Okay,
test
cool.
this out for my live stream coming up on Wednesday night. Because I really want a way to put like chat stuff up on the screen from time to time. There's a way to do it through OBS, but I played around with it before and I don't like the way it looks. So this stream
Oh,
just got so much better.
Because I left. He said that because I left. And then Mike, who's in full GDAD mode tonight. Let's talk about me.
Oh,
And,
sorry,
and
I didn't get down that far to pop those up while you were
of
gone.
course, Scott is all over it. And then
Danky's
Amy's
back.
back. Like this, I love it, y'all. I see.
Sorry, y'all, I missed those. I've been so used to Zach doing it.
Jason hates green beans but loves snapping beans.
I,
That's what I heard.
yep, I like it.
Jess grew up doing that on the farm, like canning beans and like Jan. So many of us are going to be live on that cruise. There's there's going to be lives happening nonstop on that unhinged cruise. Well, all right, fellas, we've gone about an hour and a half,
Wow.
and
Crazy.
it's been great. You know why? Because it didn't turn into the turd herd tonight, much to a lot of people's dismay. If you came here for poop talk this week, I'm sorry that
We're
that
gonna
A couple of small.
we'll make it up next week.
Oh,
so, yeah, you never know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. We're starting back with school, so anything can happen.
oh yeah, anything can
Oh,
happen.
and that goes for all of us. So let's do our closings. Jason is
Oh,
not going first tonight. I'm not
oh,
doing that to
I'm not
everybody.
ready.
So I'll go first
Yay.
in a major change of things here, because I usually go last, but I'll go first. Um, I'm going to reiterate something that Mike said into the chat earlier, and that is simply, that we've seen and heard this week was filled with a lot of loss worldwide. Yes, in the pop culture realm, but a lot of folks lost some people very close to them. And even here in our local community, there were some losses this week that I know touched a lot of people close to me and former students and staff, as well. So make sure it's always a good time to reach out to people. Make sure you do that. Reach out to your folks, check in on them this week. Let them know you love them and you're there for them. And if they need you, they can reach out. That you're there for them, that you're there to talk and listen. So don't neglect that. Check in on your people this week.
I had a feeling he was going to put me up there second, putting Jason down last. I was just thinking, with school starting back for me this week, Zach and Jason, they already started. And I was thinking about kind of like new beginnings. And, we tend to set times of year where we are willing to do something new or, make a lifestyle change or something like that. Cause I was thinking like the beginning of the year, I was thinking about all the different things I want to try to do this year with my students. Of course, New Year's, we make resolutions and various things like that. But I was just like, there's there doesn't necessarily need to be a time to set aside to do new things or make those changes you've been wanting to do. And I've learned that a lot doing YouTube. Like just do it. You got to just get yourself in that mindset to just go ahead and start it. Just go ahead and do it, and then you just can see just all the crazy stuff. Like I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but like hitting 4,000 subscribers this week. Like when I started my YouTube channel, I never thought that I'll get that far. I thought like for real. I thought like maybe 100, maybe 200 at most people would, come in, people that I knew, and they would watch my stuff, and that would be the end of it. And I'm just doing this creatively. But now, with some growth over the past few years, I'm looking at other things that I can do to not only continue to grow, but, looking at this almost as like a business. And, for a while I was doing like test runs before I started, and it was taking me a few months before I got the ball rolling. And then I was just like, you know what? I can sit here and do test runs for like years and years and years to come. Let's just go ahead and start it. You never know what's going to happen. And it's been crazy over these past 4 years just with that alone. And that's really been changing my mindset with other things in my life too. Like I always try to wait for like New Year's or to start a school year to start new stuff or to make changes. And I'm just like, no, just do it. There's no set time that needs to happen. Just do it, and then just stand back and just look at all the amazing things that could possibly happen if you just start it. So that was something I kind of wanted to, close tonight for you guys. So now Jason can have the floor. My wife just texted me and said, "Stop rambling."
All right, so I'm going to throw you guys a little bit of a loop because my whole try hard things, do hard things. But I'm going to throw a new one. Okay, this is new. I want you to try some fun things. This is
Oh.
something that some fun things. And here's the thing. We are one of those fun things, but something I've noticed that Zach does, and as you do it as well, is that I've noticed you guys including yourselves in these communities, and then you become a part of their community. And because of that, you look forward to their live you're in their live, you're communicating, or you're on their live, but that's something fun. And like for me, like I load myself up with things, and sometimes I overburden myself with things I've got to do, but it's because they're fun. And I think it's a way to look forward to things. Like the reason we go to Universal, when you do the amusement parks, you do the haunts and all of that stuff, is because that's the time of the year you've got to look forward to doing something fun. And so I will say, even if it's not traveling, like if you don't have the means to go and travel and do fun things, you can include yourself in people's lives and all these things. Like I mean someone's life, but also their live events. But having something fun to look forward to, it really accentuates my life. Like having something that I'm looking forward to, whether it's that trip or it's that something you're going to do on a Friday night and hang out with people on their live and just have jokes, or hang out like Az is talking about, like do something, make it a point to do something that's, just kind of new, but do it right then, but having something to look forward to, whether it's, the travel, or it's doing something, just something kind of off the wall. But I don't know. Like I know that for me, if I don't have things that are fun for me to look forward to, I get really like, I know you wouldn't believe it, but like I can, in my mind, I can get down a little bit. That's probably why we shop and we buy little things for ourselves. It's almost like a little Christmas coming from Amazon every once in a while. It's that little high that you get. But like I've found it in a lot of these little lives. I love it when I go onto the lives and I'm seeing something and I'll chime in and somebody go, "Oh, Jason chimed in." It makes me feel good. So I'm finding that I'm looking forward to things and finding things that are ahead of me, to kind of keep me going through my week. I don't like when people say, "Oh my gosh, thank God it's Friday." Like every day can be a Friday depending on your mindset. You know what I mean? So just find things to do that are fun, whether it's jumping in on somebody's live on a Monday night, or just whatever, or just calling a buddy and just having something fun where you rate checking in. But anyway, I'm rambling too. So, but anyway, do something fun. That's my new one.
That's great. Azkhalon's been having fun in the chat, realizing that whenever he writes as him, it's also doubling as me.
Yeah,
Um,
it's only doing it in the our comment area. If I do it on one of our channels, it doesn't do that.
but Jason, that was fantastic, and I'm the same way as far as I have to have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Like I have to have, like, even if it's a mental countdown of
Yeah.
what's the next fun thing that I've
Yes.
got on the schedule to kind of get me through that daily grind. And
Yes.
a lot of it, like this summer, has been I look forward to people's shows, and like my morning routine. If I was here at home, like this is why they say I'm addicted to YouTube, but it typically would start at 8:30 if I was up by then, because sometimes Chet was on, sometimes Jen is on. During the week, 9 o'clock's the Cheryl show. My apologies to Eddie and Jeremy, who are also part of said show, but it's the Cheryl show. We there for Cheryl, and we love the rest of y'all. But 9 o'clock is Cheryl, 10 o'clock is Miss Vicky, and then when Vicky's done at 10, I'm bored. And it's like, well, what am I going to do? Linda's not crafting until 1 o'clock. Yes, this is me, during the day. And so usually that was when I would go live or as something like that. But now that we're addicted, you're right. That's not what you said, but this is a wholesome show. So I'm not going to say what y'all said. Um, but but I have to have something to look forward to. So like right now, in my head as we're getting ready to start school back, it's like, okay, I've got Dragon Con at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Beginning of Labor Day, I've got Dragon Con.
That's us too. Yeah.
And then after Dragon Con, unless something else gets planned, it's going to be the cruise and media night at Sir Henry's. Like that'll be the next thing. So, I don't know. Just
We have a
something.
chalkboard in the kitchen. Dixie always updates with like our next big trip or the next break that we have from school. So of
Yep.
course we got our Epic Universe and Halloween Horror Nights up there. So we got a countdown going. So that'll get us through the first month of school.
Yep. I like what read this chat where it says that my fun things are haunted because it gives them something, an outlet. And I think
Yeah.
that's so cool, Mike, because that's so true. You have to have outlets because as we do, I mean, you guys are young, but as you get older, and then we do have people that are in our chat that are a little bit older. They're not old, but they're just older, and they're not just they're not running out to doing eats everywhere, going and doing like Zach and doing all these different little local places, or maybe they don't have those places to go do those types of videos, but just having an outlet and feeling like part of something, it's awesome. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here, Mike.
We're glad. Yeah, we're glad all of y'all are here. This
For
is
real.
just fantastic. We love hanging out with you guys on Sunday. We love hanging out with each other, and interacting with each other. But we love interacting and hanging out with y'all too. Jess has let the crazy dog out of the
I was about
crate.
to say, I was
Yeah,
like,
Miss Dansby.
what's
Jess
happening?
is actually in the room. She is here. Y'all can't see her. She's in dangerous territory being in the same room. But hold on. Here's everybody's emotional support.
Oh my gosh, you're getting kisses.
Oh, crazy. But okay. All righty, guys. Y'all have a great week. Jason, we wish you the best of luck tomorrow.
Oh yes, definitely yes.
Look, Mike says, "Hi, Jess. We missed you." Everybody misses Jess. Y'all got to see her once. She's not coming back. But best of luck, Jason. Azkhalon, best of luck. Your first week back.
Oh
And
yeah.
we'll be able to see y'all next Sunday, and we'll talk about, or at least Jason and I will talk about our first day of school
Oh yeah.
and how that goes.
I'll be prepping for my first day.
So until then, adios, guys. Hope you
Bye,
have a
y'all.
great week.